to see how this game will fare out.
You mentioned the outstanding senior Shelton Henderson headed to Duke for Bellaire, and also Cade Edwards rather for Duncanville certainly will put on a show, averaging over 25 points per game. We're ready to go. Bellaire in the red, Duncanville in the white with D-Ville across the front, and the Panthers have it to start this ball game.
Beckham Black with the ball early, younger brother of Orlando Magic forward Anthony Black, who unfortunately was the subject of that vacated title you mentioned back in 2022 for Duncanville.
This is Edwards, and he's going to tee one up, and a little short, but a second chance with Black getting that tip out. And then nice defense there by Bellaire, and Gibbs got the block. Another tip ball, and that will stay with the Cardinals. Again, team that was 5-5 through their first 10, finished 27-10, but talk about getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. You look at the semifinal, and some people maybe would have had the opposite matchup penciled in. San Antonio Brennan versus undefeated Allen maybe in this position, but of course, both teams, I'd probably say Bellaire was the bigger upset, knocking off Kingston Flemings and the Brennan Bears to get here.
Now here's another turnover, and now Jones in the open floor, and another chance for Duncanville, and that Cam Smith three is short. You see Henderson, man, he's a big, thick body that can handle the ball.
Yeah, that's going to be massive. That was the difference in the Brennan game. 26-20 he put up in that semifinal. He's going to have another similar game today to beat Duncanville.
Ball poked away, and boy, nearly a travel, and then just going through the contact. There, corner three rattles out. Boy, this is a defensive start here. You cannot get a clean look at the basket, and Edwards has his shot blocked.
Andrews and Henderson are going to be big defensively because they do have a size advantage. Duncanville matches them with a little bit of length, but as far as just big bodies, it is advantage Henderson and Andrews. Andrews, an emerging prospect of his own, a 3-star according to 247.
Well, an easy inbound play to Cam Smith for the first bucket of the game. After all that work on the defensive end, to give up a chippy.
How about the prospect, TCU signee Bug Edwards picking up the ball. Colvin Dutton having to work him down the court.
Jones draws the assignment of Henderson, but you figure they'll throw a lot of bounties at him going over the top, but that's picked off. Edwards lost it, controls it, and kind of feels like everybody's getting settled in here.
Yeah, it looks like Anthony Andrews kind of saw an opening, and he tried to force feed it to Shelton Henderson, but you don't want to force the ball to him because you know Duncanville and Coach Peavy's game plan is going to be to shut him down or at least limit him.
Try to get another one on the inbounds, but Black got caught under the basket. Duncanville 1 for 4 with Bellaire already a couple of turnovers. Beckham Black, 6'3" sophomore. Lost the handle on the inbound. Gibbs will bring it up against Black. That ball tipped out of bounds.
The underrated quality about David Peavy's Duncanville, a lot of people will talk about the star power, a lot of people will talk about how it's become just a D1 factory, but I always go back to one of their title wins or the semifinal wins against Atascocita during their last, I guess, recognized title run. Their defense and their length, that is what he hinges so much of their identity on. And he knows the baskets will come, but this is a very staunch defensive culture that David Peavy's established at Duncanville.
And Andrews trying to play a little bully ball, and then the floater short. Smith, step back, contact. Henderson from the backside gets the block shot, and then he's fouled.
Yeah, you somehow lose sight of Henderson, and he comes up behind you. It's got to be like the boogeyman coming up to get you on defense.
So nearly 3 minutes in, and we've got one bucket, a chippy off an inbounds pass. Henderson averaging just under 20 a game, 6 rebounds. 26-20-4 was his line against Brennan in the semifinal. Step back, no, and another contested pass, and Dutton with the steal. Nice move underneath.
Just waited for a little bit of space, then split the defense. Open lane, and you'll take that every single time if you're Shelton Henderson.
There's Black trying to get downhill in traffic. Edwards looking for the foul, and he'll get the 3 free throws. Gibbs caught him. So, heady play right there.
Egypt Gibbs just caught, extending that hand, trying to draw the close guarded call, or at least start the count. Bug Edwards very, very smart. If that's going to be there, yeah, you'll do that rip through and you'll get to the line. Fortunately, got to hit all 3.
Yeah, he's an 89% free throw shooter, and he shoots a bunch. 179 attempts coming in.
Yep. By the way, you mentioned it, since they vacated that title, this has been a little bit of a break for Duncanville since making this title game. I don't think anybody on this team has played in a state championship game because it's been a little bit of a break. Of course, missing the dance in 23 and 24.
And coincidentally, the one they did not vacate in 21, that was when they also did the one game in San Antonio.
Sure, yeah, post-COVID.
So, 2 out of 3 for Edwards. Now they'll set up that full court press. Coleman Dutton, the senior.
Henderson going to the post, trying to find somebody as the double comes in. And that shot's going to be there all day if you're a Coleman Dutton.
Well, Dutton hits the first 3 of the ball game, came in with 31 on the season. Bellaire jumps out to a 1-point lead. Black harassed. Hunt. Smith, the kick out, nice look, wide open 3, but short. The bounce off the top of the backboard, a second off the rim, and here comes Henderson the other way. Right down Broadway.
It's like a locomotive running through.
4 for Henderson, 7-4, Bellaire with the lead. Black on the move, and foul will go against Dutton. Not sure if they'll call that a shooting foul. They will not. 3-point attempt by Edwards, short. Tough pass, and Andrews does a nice job just to keep the possession, and then Henderson too long on the 3.
Good job by Duncanville, gang rebounding when Anthony Andrews is in the post, knowing he has the size advantage over a lot of them.
And Jones the step through, but boy, nearly a steal. You see the athleticism there on that steal attempt from Henderson. Well, both teams just 1 for 5 from the field.
And this is going to sound weird, but I feel like both coaches are both still very much okay with the way this game's being played out. Bellaire knows that this can't be a high-scoring game because of the amount of weapons that Duncanville has, but also Duncanville wins these type of games as well. They can grind it out with anybody as well as have a high-scoring affair.
Edwards looking for some space. He couldn't find it. And letting him play out on the perimeter.
Oh, yeah.
And a tough shot. Count it. Hunt, the and one opportunity.
We're going to talk a lot about Bug Edwards, but it cannot be underestimated. Star sophomore Christopher Hunt alongside Beckham Black, 2 emerging 4-star recruits, maybe one of them maybe a 5-star by the time they graduate as sophomores. This is a big, big coming out party for them, or excuse me, has been a coming out season for the likes of those two so far.
Free throw good, and tied up at 7. Over the top.
Risky pass. I guess that's a way to break the press. Just have it get knocked out of bounds so you can set up a out of bounds play.
Bellaire will have it. 2:13 to go here in this first quarter. They go inside, ball knocked away, and then, boy.
Fantastic steal from Beckham Black.
Quick hands, and then the throwaway and an easy bucket for Henderson.
That one I want to give a metaphorical assist to Coleman Dutton there, forcing the trap. One-man trap in the corner that forced the steal and bucket for Bellaire.
Edwards, short on the 3. Dutton the take, but a little short, tip no. Cam Jones, and they didn't give him a chance to come down and take a step, so that foul will go against Bellaire. Substitutions for both teams here. Minute 37 to go here in this first quarter. Black, nifty pass right there, and then the help defense.
Gibbs.
And then another contested dribble. Ball goes out of bounds and back to Duncanville.
I think Shelton Henderson's had a couple of the only open looks at the basket in this game so far. Everything else very much contested.
A lot of action, but 9-7 here as we approach the 1-minute mark of the first quarter. Both defense is very active, and then Black, the nice pull-up. Jones gonna shoot the 3 way off the mark. Second chance for Duncanville as Jones runs it down. Shot no. Cam Smith missed the 3, by the way. Now another block shot, and the outlet. Henderson runs it down into a double team, and he's gonna get free throws.
Man, you just cannot, when he gets his head down, it's kind of already a little bit of game over. Unfortunately, Edwards was in good position there, but he's so strong, just able to force his way to the rim. Kind of a one-man outlet ball, if you can get it to him.
Henderson at the free throw line. 69% from the line. Mentioned he signed with Duke, and of course the assistant he recruited him is Jay Lucas.
Yes.
Bellaire grad.
There you
As
go.
of tomorrow, he's a head coach at the University of Miami. So,
yep. Former Texas star there.
Inside of a minute to go here, Bellaire holds a 3-point lead. Black, the little step through, and wisely kicks it in the corner. Henderson climbs the ladder. Dutton will reset it here. Now we'll see what they do. High school basketball, no shot clock, but they're going to attack. The kick not there because of another deflection. Here comes Edwards, flying high, and somehow Smith is able to finish at the rim.
Wow. Surprised he didn't get called for a foul as well there, because it looks like he got contact on the body, but.
Bellaire up 1 now. Well, you better be decisive with your passes against these two defenses. Henderson tees it up at the buzzer, no, and whew. Start this second quarter here as Bellaire with a 1-point lead through 8 minutes. Chris Gooden in for the first time for Duncanville. And little pick and roll. Andrews, nice catch. The block shot, though. And here comes Duncanville.
Kick that out.
Looking to push. Pull up is true from Hunt.
There you go, breaking down the defense before Bellaire can get set and establish their length.
Hunt averages nearly 14 a game. So Duncanville back on top. Andrews. They're going to lay off of Andrews out there, and a little slower pace to this possession. Oh my goodness, showing the handle and then the dish.
I was going to say, I don't think that they saw Andrews as a threat with the ball, but hey, if he can make dishes like that.
Probably turned down a gimme layup as well. Shelton Henderson off to a good start. Bellaire up 1. He's got 9. Hunt passed up the 3. Now.
Oh, beautiful block.
Yeah. Jones challenging, but he's challenging 6'6".
Again, Anthony Andrews, one of those players who's not as highly touted, but still offers some A&M. I believe there's some mid-major offers as well coming or at his way. He's a very, very lengthy defender. Undersized for a center probably, but regardless, a force nonetheless.
And Jaron Brown checks in for the first time for Bellaire. They bring in 6'2", thick body there as well. Here's Black, averages more than 5 assists per game. And the take, the finish, not there. Good take by Smith, just couldn't get it to the rim. 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Henderson getting downhill, but lost the handle, but the loose change not there, and Duncanville gets away with one there. Now the
what a
great
pass.
Look. And that is Jones.
Way for Beckham Black to keep his head up, seeing the fast break opportunity there. And those kind of buckets will come as a premium, but they'll get paid. They'll get you paid like they're a premium as well in this type of game.
Back and forth we go. Duncanville up by 1, and a timeout on the floor taken by Bellaire. Duncanville up 1. They're 5 of 18 from the field. Bellaire 5 of 14 from the field here. Nearly another steal off that inbounds, and in fact it will be. Great pressure there. Leads to the turnover.
And how about Edwards again? Shot not falling, but he is locked down defensively. Contribute to this team. I mentioned how stacked this team is. He's able to shift his role a little bit, and the Panthers can still get things done.
Can't find the range from 3, but Black gives him a second chance. That 3 is money for Hunt.
8 points, 3 of 3 from the field. Could be a big game for the sophomore.
Second chance buckets for Duncanville. And then on the finish, not there for Dutton. Everything but closing the deal. Rather, Hunt couldn't get that to go. And
these are big minutes for Bellaire without Shelton Henderson on the floor.
Big man Andrews trying to pull up and knock down. Now Duncanville's got it in transition.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Cam Smith. And I mentioned, looks like a point of the finger to Andrews. I don't think Glover was happy about that ill-advised 3 that resulted in a lob the other way, especially when you don't have 12 points for Bellaire. You need someone else to rely on, especially if Duncanville's going to, as you said, going to generate more from the field in general.
Yeah, flip side, Edwards, as you mentioned, just 2, and that ball tipped out of bounds. Edwards nearly 26 a game, so they're getting along without him now. You figure it's not if, it's when with him. Now you got a tougher spot, and you can't move down there in the corner if you're Dutton, but he's able to go over the top. Tough pass, and he got himself caught in the air.
Yeah, when you're breaking the press like that and you're trying to make those cross-court passes, you got to keep your feet down. I understand what jumping does, gives you a little bit of a better angle, but results. It's so hard to control your strength when you're in the air like that.
7th turnover for the Cardinals. What defense by Andrews on Smith. Henderson saves, but he hit the sideline.
Yeah, he was just out of bounds. Henderson wants the side judge to call that one, but I think the baseline judge got it right. His foot was just across the line. Nearly a great save, though.
Bellaire just 12 points here as we almost are at the midway of the second quarter, and then turnover there. Here comes Andrews, full head of steam.
Oh, well, nearly a and one there.
Got the contact, and he'll go to the line.
When he's decisive, he's able to put the ball on the ground too. Of course, he's had some clumsy moments, but as you saw there, he is a threat going to the basket.
So Anthony Andrews, the 6'6" senior. This is the first one. He's a 78% free throw shooter. He's able to end the drought. First points. Darian Williams checks in, the 6'1" sophomore for Bellaire. They'll show some pressure here. Black attacks.
Bellaire, I think, wanted to shove there, but
Edwards that first step, but then he had to deal with Henderson, and he dealt with him just fine.
Beautiful. We knew he was going to get going eventually, staying aggressive, keeping his head down and attacking, not letting Shelton Henderson in the post affect his mentality.
First field goal for Bug Edwards. 7-point lead again for Duncanville. Now it's Henderson's turn. Triple team, and he nearly got the and one.
And look, based on the way this game has gone, he has 9 points. Next highest is Coleman Dutton. It's going to have to be on Shelton Henderson's shoulders. Anthony Andrews is adding some help on the defensive side, of course, and in the rebounding. But as far as scoring, consistently, he's been the only one so far to get, if not get his shot off, get to the line and get some points.
Some double figures with 10 now as he comes up short on the second one, so he's 2 for 4 from the line. Six-point lead for Duncanville here. Black in attack mode, but it's poked away. Now Henderson getting downhill, slowed down, but it didn't matter.
The patience and the ability to hang in the air just a little bit and not draw an offensive foul. That's what Bellaire needs, defense to offense, before Duncanville can get set up in the half court.
Now it's Hunt running the half court offense. Smith thought about it, goes down, and Black gets fouled. He got the hold on Williams. It's the second team foul on Bellaire.
How about Jadarian Williams so far? Decent job past couple possessions on Beckham Black. Sophomore on sophomore.
Misses the three on the inbounds. Henderson gets going down low, can't get it, and then, oh, he landed on that left foot. Comes up hobbling as Smith couldn't corral the rebound.
Looks like he's walking it off.
Henderson still with a pretty noticeable limp here. Still 2:26 to go in this first half. Trying to make a move, and he's really hurting. See if he can keep going.
There was a sub coming to the scores table, but yeah, it looks like they're gonna at least give him a rest. Got to give him a little bit, maybe a look at the ankle.
Andrews, spin move, and one!
Oh my goodness, what did I say? He is a threat to go to the basket. He just needs to be decisive every single time he does. As see Henderson walking it off. They're going to sub him out here, give him a little bit of a breather, much needed breather, but Anthony Andrews is going to have that mentality. I think regardless of Shelton Henderson's status, they're going to need that from him regardless to win this game.
Yeah, chance to pull them within one and short on the free throw, but big bucket right there, especially take a little stress off of Henderson, and now is going to take a look at that left ankle.
Developing story here, 3 of 7 from the free throw line is Bellaire. In a close game like this, we mentioned shooting's been messing with these teams this whole tournament.
Black, nice look.
Oh, beautiful.
Or rather, to Black. Smith with the look, but Beckham Black couldn't finish it. Chance to tie or take the lead for Bellaire, and three's off the mark.
Henderson looked like he's heading to the scorer's table now.
Now Edwards on the run out, but he can't finish.
2 point-blank looks for Duncanville.
Andrews coming off that drive. Boy, he just throws that weight around, but couldn't get the bounce, and it will stay with Bellaire with 1:21 to go.
How good does Coach Glover have to feel about those few minutes, just those couple seconds of Henderson getting some rest, and Bellaire continuing to close the gap on Duncanville? Those 2 big men. Also, how about this? Going pretty big here, keeping Brown in the game, who was Henderson's substitute.
1:15 to go. Bellaire, again, a chance to tie or take the lead here. Henderson, he knocks down a bucket, that ankle will feel better.
He's a mismatch on Jones, but yeah, the cross-court pass, you do not need to do that against Duncanville.
Easy pick for Hunt, and then high-rising finish.
Oh, the ability to hang like that and attack Henderson.
Just like that, they go back up by 4, and Henderson, tough angle, couldn't get the roll.
Way to fight.
Second chance, though. Henderson got caught in the lane there, but the three, what a time for a 3 for Bellaire from Williams. And then at the other end,
I think Dutton wanted him an extension of the arm, but I think the ref's going to say, hey, man, you're in the way. He's allowed to move as well.
Foul will go against Bellaire.
Pretty good foul discipline so far in this one, too. About to head to the half with no one really in foul trouble, 2 being the most for both teams, and Duncanville only has a couple players on 1.
And Hunt doing a great job. He's 4 for 5 for a team that's missed 20 of their 29 shots. Black with Andrews on him. He's going to tee up the wing 3 short, and 14 seconds to go. Bellaire.
Goal for the last shot.
Yep. Down 1.
Shelton wants the ball.
Dutton on the attack. He's going to give it to him. He better do something with it. Long 3. And that'll be the end of the first half. So Duncanville, though, holding a 1-point lead. Nice job by sophomore to sophomore. Beckham Black will run the show here. And you see automatically a little different look from Bellaire coming out and trapping.
A bit of a zone here.
Edwards with that skip. Edwards wants to challenge Henderson. Yeah, Henderson met the challenge.
Look, Edwards is a fantastic player, but there's a physical mismatch there when you go against a Shelton Henderson.
Henderson doing a nice job there of not fouling. Nobody really in foul trouble on either side. Somehow Henderson always ends up on Edwards, even if he doesn't start on him. So Edwards going to shoot the deep 3.
Woo. There it is. Let's see if that's the start of something, because if the 3-point shot opens up, that creates so much for guys like Hunt, like Black, to then cross on the inside as Henderson attempts a 3. And he connects for his first of the night.
All right, little horse right here. Henderson matches Edwards, and right back to a 1-point game. Black, nifty look inside to Hunt, but look who was there from behind.
just playing that free safety role in the paint. Not quite his man, but he knows when to rotate and just linger behind him as he takes another deep three, just off, but gets his own rebound.
Yeah, he sensed it was going to be short. Contact, they let him play. And then Andrews with the chance for the free throws as Henderson's asking about the contact that he didn't get a call on.
And again, there it is, getting inside, just utilizing Andrews and Henderson. Two bulkier bodies than Duncanville has on their team.
And Andrews back at the line where he's 1 for 3. He's a good free throw shooter. So we're tied up again. Bellaire's led by as many as 3, Duncanville by as many as 7. Back and forth we go. Hunt, Henderson on him, but seems like he keeps an eye on Edwards. And then lost the handle, did Smith. Henderson coming downhill. And
oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's a freight train.
Yeah, Beckham Black just has to sacrifice the basket there. There's only way to stop him is to foul, and you're probably not stopping the basket still, even if you do foul him.
Edwards, the other end, can't get the finish. Dutton climbs the ladder. And then nearly throws it away, but Henderson was there for it. Andrews on the block, little bully ball.
Yeah, again, getting the ball inside, knowing that 1-2 big man game. But again, Henderson's not really a big. He is classified as a wing, and so he's able to clear a little space and have Andrews kind of work one-on-one as we saw there.
Black, Edwards, corner 3. Biggest lead of the game for Bellaire, and they have the possession.
How about Bellaire's defense forcing that was probably the most ill-advised shot if I'm Caden Edwards, as Henderson goes to the basket. And again, you can't help but foul him if he's on a line to the basket. There's nothing else Beckham Black can do in that situation.
You know, we hear that term getting downhill in football a lot, and people go, what are you talking about, downhill? But in basketball,
yes,
that's exactly what that was.
Yes.
Gets ahead of steam. And unless you have the footwork to get in there and the guts to take a charge, you're at the mercy of him missing free throws.
Yeah, which again, hey, maybe something to continue to hope for, because so far it's been pretty okay. Henderson outscoring Duncanville so far in the second half, 5-3 by himself. Also outscoring is Andrews, 4-3.
Yeah, but leaving some points out there with the 2 misses.
Look at Bellaire just hounding the guards for Duncanville, just making sure there's no chance to rest here. Edwards, good drive. That's exactly what he needed. Saw the mismatch with Andrews and took him to the basket.
How about that? He goes, he uses the right from the left side, but immediately Bellaire applies the pressure, and Williams with the bucket.
Quick outlet ball to Williams, who a great pump fake, gets the big man up in the air.
Hunt can't get it to go, and Henderson, all his.
I was going to say Bellaire playing with tempo. I like it when they can get the quick outlet, but this is a team that should slow this down and continue to needle, set up Henderson, who will then either make the decision to take it himself or set up guys like Andrews or Dutton, who's already hit a 3 today from the outside.
Now they spread it a little. Dutton gets free, and somehow Black avoids the contact. Great defensive play. Hunt's going to shoot the 3. Tipped out of bounds to Bellaire. So Shelton Henderson, by the way, has a double-double with those 17 points. He also has 10 boards, 3 assists.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's the type of game he's going to have had for Bellaire to be in this position now with a lead. And if you're Duncanville, particularly if you're Caden Edwards, you can't settle for these outside shots. Hey, it just may not be your night from there. But continuing to hunt the mismatches is what he's going to have to do to take it to the basket.
Past the midway point of this third quarter.
Good drive. Oh, he's got to finish that better.
And then the leak out. Edwards gets the easy 2.
Looking for a foul call there, but I'm okay with that. They're not calling things tightly. And if you're Dutton, I think you have to finish that with the left hand a little stronger.
And Edwards in double figures with 11, 3-point Bellaire lead. Tough matchup. Henderson gets going. The dump down. Andrews, though, gets it knocked away, and it will stay with Bellaire.
A dunker spot. Andrews just staying there, knowing that's going to be an available area for the dump off because the defense is going to collapse on Henderson. They have no choice to. So just hovering around that dunker spot area. I wouldn't be surprised if they see that kind of look again.
And they go over the top.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, Henderson couldn't finish. And Dutton does.
There you go. That'll work. Rebounding has been the great equalizer. Very narrowly for Bellaire as Edwards again, not a fan of that shot. Quick shots. They're able to get inside with the right matchup.
Black challenging Henderson, and now Edwards. That's a difficult three.
But sometimes when you're that good, it doesn't matter.
14 points now for Bug Edwards, and it's back to a 2-point game. 2:55 to go here. We'll take a quick break on the NFHS network.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
It's Ford Truck Month. Time to get a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series. America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight.
Edwards hits the three. David Peavy gets the timeout. 2-point ball game here. Roger Wallace, Ishmael Johnson, Tommy Yarish with you from the Alamo Dome.
So far in this period, Caden Edwards is the only Duncanville player to score in this second half. 10 points.
And Henderson has to race it across the timeline and does.
Trying to draw the physical mismatch. We take it to the rim here.
They go ahead and switch on Henderson, and they're going to call what? Thought maybe a tie-up. That's what.
Jump ball. Yep. Stays with Bellaire, but fantastic play by Beckham Black. He's been having issues with that physicality, but being smart. He's swiped the ball away a couple times as well from Henderson. Trying to play smarter.
Brown back in the ball game, and they're harassing him. Lost his dribble, gets it to Andrews. This is dump down. Andrews, traffic off glass, can't get it to finish. Here comes Duncanville, the run out, and the finish from Hunt.
Just like that, a tie ball game.
Check it, Gary Jones ties the game on that leak out.
Good
now,
pass.
Andrews, strong move.
Oh, brilliant. Two-step into the lane. Look, Duncanville's ramping up the pressure here. Bellaire's gonna have to play through this press. As we see, good defense from Henderson there.
Yeah, I think Edwards was expecting contact, and then a tough percentage pass that gets away from Bellaire.
Just not the pass that Dutton needs to make in that situation. Probably should have bounced it, tried to bullet pass, but just too low at the knees of Brown, who made a great baseline cut. But again, just another unforced error there.
9 turnovers for Bellaire, 6 for Duncanville.
I believe that's their first of the second half, though, for Bellaire.
Edwards, clean look, but he wants to attack, and why not? Oh, he missed the finish, but Smith cleans it up.
Bellaire just fell asleep there, and Cam Smith on the putback. Athletic move from him. As you see Duncanville continuing to ramp up the defense.
Tied again. 1 minute to go here in this third quarter. Lawson on Dutton. Now it's Andrews. Henderson. There's the matchup. We haven't seen it a lot one-on-one, but Edwards and Henderson.
May wait for the last shot here. They can't get a good look.
Yeah, Williams. 30 seconds to go in the half. Andrews floats it down to Henderson. Little tip pass to Dutton. Back to Henderson. He's got a step and can't get the finish. And rebound, Duncanville. Tie up, and a foul's going to go against Bellaire with 18.6. That is their third team foul.
Another staunch defensive effort. Henderson gets the ball and just hands in his face, try to make it as difficult as possible. Looks like they're going to give Henderson a brief breather here. The last couple seconds of the third period.
So now Duncanville with 18.6. Chance to play for one here in a tie ball game. Brown is on Edwards right there in the paint area, the key. A lot of contact.
Oh, yeah.
Black.
Almost hugging Edwards, about as touchy as you can get.
Step back. At the buzzer. Edwards gives Duncanville a 2-point lead headed to the fourth quarter.
That separation there, he's able to hang in the air just enough to create enough separation. And this third quarter, we talked about it, Caden Edwards cannot stay quiet for long. When Duncanville needed him most, he comes out with it. 12 of their 16 points in this second half. Their leading scorer putting on a show when they need him.
We're going to go down to the wire, but first let's go down to Tommy Yarish.
Down to the wire indeed, and when games like this go down to the wire, which you could say both these teams expected, this is where your best players need to come through the most. Shelton Henderson and Caden Edwards, and that's what's going to have to be the case for both Bellaire and Duncanville here in these final 8 minutes. Something to watch, fellas. How does Duncanville's experience and playing in places like this factor into this, especially with David Peavy? He's been here several times. You guys have talked about some of the state championship trips, both won and taken away, that have been here. How much does that experience factor into it? That said, Coach Glover's been doing this a long time, and Bellaire finally here at the mountaintop chasing their first state title. Can they get over that hump? They've got a coach who's been around a long time and can certainly get them there in these final 8 minutes.
Yeah, and we've seen the stars shining, and that Bug Edwards bucket there was as smooth as silk.
Yeah.
He's got 16 points in the ball game.
How about both teams leading scorers and leaders coming through just when they need them most, heading into the fourth quarter. 2-point lead for Duncanville.
We'll get the back-to-back possessions now as start the quarter with the ball. They try to trap Black. He gets out of it.
Bellaire's defensive strategy is interesting. That's the second time that they started the quarter with a press, but then go into their man.
Back door not there, but a hold on Dutton. So 18 seconds in, they commit the foul. That also could be key down the stretch. Free throw shooting. Black to inbound it. Goes over the, and that's going to be a hold on Henderson.
Yep.
Cam Smith had his arm around him.
And again, this has been a fairly disciplined game so far. 9 fouls for Bellaire to only 7 for Duncanville. So as you said, if they need those fouls later on to immediately get them into free throws, those look valuable. As we see a great feed and a cut from Edwards off the feed from Smith.
Yeah, Caden Edwards, he's a smart player. He sensed that pressure and went to the back door. He's got 18. Lead is 4 for Duncanville rather. Edwards just muscling his way in there. Can't finish, and then nearly commits the foul, but Smith with the rebound.
Good job by Smith, holding his ground, knowing he's going to get beaten physically. Edwards, good defense from Andrews on the other end to keep his arms up.
Henderson picks up his dribble, goes to Andrews, runs over Black, who gets called for the foul.
Yeah, just a little late there on the rotation. And again, they know that Andrews is going to have a mismatch and an opportunity. He's done a good job of getting at least a shot up every time he gets the ball deep in the post.
Well, suddenly there is some fouls to talk about. Black just picked up his third here, still 7:03 to go. Andrews back at the line. He's 3 for 5. He's in double figures with 10. 4 rebounds in the ball game. Brown comes back in for Gibbs for Bellaire. 2-point ball game.
Here comes a horn set from Duncanville. Set up Edwards.
We got the double screen for Edwards. How pure is that?
Gives a little look at Dutton. Give a little side eye to Dutton too. After that one, beautiful horn set to sell up a little, kind of an elevator action.
21 now for Edwards, and the lead is 5 for Duncanville.
One underrated factor has been Dutton, only 5 points. He is their third leading scorer as we see a turnover from Williams. Just could not hold on to that one.
Yeah, that's tough. That unforced turnover right there, and with 6:22 to go, Bellaire sensing that Duncanville with a little separation as they have a 5-point lead. Let's take a quick break. You're listening and watching the NFHS Broadcast Network.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
So here we go, 6:22, Duncanville up by 5. Edwards is heated up here. Get a little leak out from Jones.
Yeah, Beckham Black wanted that pass a little bit sooner, but regardless, Jones saw what he was working for.
So now it's up to a 7-point lead. Edwards again just muscling his way in, and the foul will be against Smith.
Again, good way to get to the line. Slow things down. Establish your advantage in the post. I wouldn't be shocked to see, I will say I'm surprised to see nothing set up for Henderson so far yet, but they've been getting consistently on the interior with Andrews.
Andrews trying to finish here with more free throws. He's shot 7 of their 13. He's 5 of 7 from the line.
Oof. Yeah, continuing storyline here now. 7 of 14 from the line. Of course, not all those are Andrews. Of course, Henderson being 2 of 6, but regardless, as the game gets later, it doesn't really matter who misses them. They still count as misses.
It's the kind roll there. He's got a dozen. Lead down to 6. Black.
Great feed.
Yeah, that's just a good feed, a good cut by Hunt.
That baseline area has been open for the cut, and Black's found it every single time.
Biggest lead of the ball game for either team now is 8.
Shelton Henderson needs a bucket here.
He's going to answer.
There we go. Only 5 points before that shot in the second half. Much needed.
Back to 5, and now a run out. And
what a
the
take.
finish there for Hunt.
Chris Hunt not afraid of the giant arm in his face. Tough finish.
Andrews again gets deep, can't finish, loose ball. Duncanville with it. Edwards the leak out, and the clean block by Dutton. It'll stay with Duncanville.
PV wants a call on that one, but I think that was also a pretty clean play from Dutton.
Both ends physical.
Yeah.
So Black will inbound it to Edwards. hanging shot. A little bit off balance and out of control by Hunt that time. Andrews, the three. Oh my goodness.
Big time. He only took one of those heading into, in the first period. Kind of stayed on the inside, and just when they needed an outside threat, comes up again from deep. Now 1 of 2 from beyond. Only Bellaire's 5th three-pointer of the night as well.
They'll shoot. I mean, he shot 84 coming in at a good percentage, 43%. And they needed that one to cut it back to 4. Andrews rather having a big ball game as well, as he's got 15 points now to go with Henderson's 20, and still got some work to do as Duncanville, Edwards 21 and Hunt 14 leading their charge.
Yeah, as we're getting, the problem for Bellaire now is now that Edwards has heated up, Chris Hunt's starting to come back into it, Cam Smith starting to come back into it. Beckham Smith is absolutely dealing 6 assists now. He's finding his vision in this 4th period. So now you have to start taking away some of these options and making them play a little bit like they did in the first half, where they're kind of hunting for their shot a little bit. You got to lock in on defense and can't lose your man, because a lot of these off-ball cuts have been really, really hurting Bellaire in the second half.
Both teams just 2 fouls in the quarter, so neither close to the bonus. Black, a pretty steadying force for just being a sophomore running the show.
Yeah, no points, but I mentioned it, 6 assists.
Edwards, long rebound, and that'll go back to Bellaire.
You can see why Beckham Black is a starting point guard as a sophomore. Some of the vision he's had, at times directing his teammates when to cut, knowing that there's an open lane. I see a sub here.
Bringing Lawson back in there for Hunt.
You got to get the ball in.
5 count. Well, what a time for that defensive stand.
Yeah, you got to get the ball in. You just got to throw it up. I know it's by Duncanville's basket, so a turnover could result in instant points, but you kind of would take those 50-50 opportunities than just handing the ball back to him.
Smith attacking. There comes Henderson after the rebound. Inside of 4 minutes to go here, 4-point ball game.
There's another horn set. Oh, as a lazy pass from Dutton.
And Edwards with the right-handed finish. Big bucket right there. Now it's 6. 23 for Edwards.
They're trying to establish Shelton there at the horn set, but smart play to get the turnover.
Andrews, little fade away.
Oh my goodness, beautiful footwork, 1-2, create separation, a little Dirk foot action there to create a little bit of space.
4-point ball game. How about Black? Got deep, kicks it out. Hunt thought about it. Now they'll reset things inside of 3 minutes to go. Black on the attack.
Oh, beautiful.
What a time for Beckham Black to get his first field goal of the ball game. 2:48 to go. Duncanville back up by a half dozen.
Just enough length on Beckham Black. He's a very lengthy point guard. That's what makes him a good defender, but in that case, a fantastic finisher. Just extends the ball out of the reach, off the glass. And like you said, the guy who's been slowly prodding and dissecting this Bellaire defense picks the perfect time to get his first points of the game.
So Duncanville with a 6-point lead here as we are inside of 3 minutes to go. And Pretty even game when you look at both teams 40%. But again, Duncanville has put up 16 more shots than Bellaire.
And those are capitalizing off 12 turnovers and just generating more. Look at the offensive glass, a little bit of an advantage on the offensive glass. Other than that, Bellaire has been playing pretty well on the glass.
Oh, big screen. And then Dutton for three. Thought he got hit. Can't believe it. And now Duncanville in control, up by 6. And see what they do. Boy, Edwards looked like he got hit, looked like he walked, and missed 3 right there. Fought for, and Bellaire gets it back. And now Henderson's got a head of steam. Going to go in the corner. Dutton for 3.
Good rebound.
Oh, my goodness. What a play, but out of bounds. Great effort by Brown, not only to get the rebound, but try to dish it to Andrews, but couldn't get the finish.
Maybe if you're Brown, I don't know what he saw exactly. We're a little bit impeded here as Henderson set up a great shot. Beautiful.
Well, we saw Edwards run that. Now Henderson gets the look, and back to a one-possession ball game.
Big-time players, big-time moments, and it's been both of Bellaire's big-time players, Henderson and Anthony Andrews, that have stepped up into this one.
The double team, the kick in the corner. Smith back out to Black. And then Andrews commits the foul. Bellaire, that's just their 3rd team foul here as we're down to 1:37 to go.
I think that was, if I'm being honest, I think that was a smart foul. Beckham Black caught Andrews in the air. He was about to drive by, and Andrews knows they still have some fouls to give. Especially now with it being close, they're going to need to get them in the bonus anyway, most likely, as this game narrows down.
Nearly a steal. He touched the mid-court line, and he does throw it away to Henderson. Chance now to tie it with a 3 or pull within 1 for Bellaire inside a minute and a half. The shot for 3, no.
I believe Smith got, if not a hand on that, definitely impeded that in a big way as a great pass from Beckham Black.
Smith's got to go to the free throw line, but yeah, that was a contested 3 by the 6'7" Cam Smith. Those long arms coming at Henderson.
Yeah, and then on the other end, again, running the baseline, letting his sophomore point guard find him and getting to the line.
Smith at the free throw line, 72%. Big one there. Takes it to a 2-possession game here with 1:13 to go. Gibbs will come back in. Second shot for Smith. 4-point ball game. They'll pick Henderson up in the back court. Gonna make him work and burn some clock.
Great defense.
Into a double team, they get it back to him. Uses the screen. Jones is there to greet him and couldn't get the finish, but second chance, no. Third chance, yes.
My goodness, what a man-child in the paint.
2-point game, inside of 45 seconds to go. Henderson backs off a Black, takes it in, no call, loose ball. Bellaire has it.
Wow, I think Henderson was trying to foul him. He looked like he was touching him in the back at half court, but they let him play on. Peavy, I think, says the same thing, but regardless, it is Bellaire ball, and the question is, do we have one shot?
First they have to get it in, and it's stolen, but they get it back. Andrews heads up play to go get it. Now, fans on their feet at the Alamo Dome, inside of 30 seconds to go. 2-point game, Andrews. Smith all over him, back to the basket.
I don't think Duncanville's going to let him have one shot.
Back to Henderson. They switch on him. 15 seconds to go. Henderson wants to drive, picked up his dribble. Timeout.
Good timeout.
10.3. Henderson couldn't get it going, so basically they'll get a chance to reload the offense with 10.3 to go.
Woo.
In a 2-point ball game.
Can you breathe, Roger?
I'm good, but man, this is fun.
The question is now, what do you set up if you're Bellaire? Do you let Henderson go to the basket, try to draw a foul, or Andrews, as well as we've seen, have big success getting to the ball and getting to the goal, I should say, and getting fouled? Or do you set up a one shot for everything?
Well, we saw the situation in the last game too.
Yep.
And the fact that Duncanville's got fouls to give.
Yes.
So can you be disciplined enough to commit the foul and make sure they're not anywhere in a shooting motion?
Yes.
Just to make them reload and take it out of bounds again.
I think if you're Duncanville, if you see Henderson, I think he's telling him, hey, if Henderson gets by you, foul immediately, whether he's heading to the basket or Andrews as well. If you're caught in a mismatch on Andrews, foul immediately. Because you have those to give, do not want to give them a chance to get to the line or get to the basket.
Yeah, and if they have to inbound it somewhere towards half court, you got a chance to foul. I think they're going to maybe one pass and then try to get Henderson downhill. We'll see. First thing they have to do is get it in bounds. And they will go in the backcourt to Gibbs. So now they got to get it going. Dutton gets a screen, kicks it in the corner. The three for the lead, no! Rebound, Edwards, that'll do it! Duncanville, state champions again!
Unbelievable. What a set drawn up by Coach Bruce in the corner, wide open shot. A fantastic look, but just off. Wide open. They were not looking in the corner. Duncanville wasn't. An incredible set, but this night